Welcome or welcome back. Thanks so much for joining me. Today we're going through your September challenge entries to pick a winner for £50 worth of Amazon gift card and a complimentary free winning one-to-one with me. Also in this video is the details for the October challenge, which will be coming very soon. So just like we normally do in these videos, we've got the entries on the screen right now in Lightroom Classic. So over on this screen, you will be able to see all of the entries which met the entry criteria. If your entry did not meet the entry criteria, it won't be on this screen right now, but other than that, it will be on this screen. So what I've done is basically I've screenshotted all of the Instagrams and then cropped in each one so that we just see the picture rather than everything else. I don't know whose is whose because there's a lot and they're all the same and they're all pictures of Bramble. So just to recap, I gave you 3 raw files and you were able to edit them in any way that you would like to enter this challenge. The things I was going to be looking at were clipped highlights, lost shadows, sharpness, colour casts on the dog because she is black, and also just general editing, so things like over-processed colour and things like that. So that's what we were looking at there. I've not gone through these in at all, so I'm going to whittle this down and be back in a sec. The first thing that I'm going to look at is the shadows and the highlights. Now obviously these were Instagram posts and therefore they're not going to have all of the detail in there, and also this is tiny weeny, so 100% is this on my 5K screen. Because we are on a 5K screen, I can't really show you it that small because then there's nothing to see. So in actual fact, we're going to look at it like this. So I'm going to put on my black clipping and put on my white clipping. Obviously there's bits of the Instagram which are white, which we will ignore. But what I'm going to do is put my flags on so that I can easily flick through them. So I'm going to do a first pass. Anything that's got a massive amount of clipped shadows or clipped highlights in will be removed. You guys clearly listened to me really well when we went through this the other week because there isn't really many with clipped shadows or highlights at all. So absolutely amazing work for that, everybody, and we have got down a tiny little bit to a few less. So then the next thing that I'm going to look at is going to be the colour. So I'm going to go through anywhere the dog has a colour cast on them will be removed. Just amazing images. So in that section, basically, that was hard. I gave a tolerance of 10 on the white balance slider, so on both temperature and on tint, and in Lightroom. So if the dropper pulled more than 10 either way, then I'd do another dropper on a different area and then another one, and then if all of them were further than 10, then they were removed. So that was really hard because some of those were absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. So just be aware of that. It's one of the reasons why I gave you a black dog, because it was going to be easy to check that. So what we've got left is essentially images that have got no shadow clipping, no highlight clipping, the correct white balance. So then it's just a case of going through and assessing composition. So in terms of the composition side of things, what we're looking for if we put the crop grid on, so this is a bit difficult because we can see everything else around it. You can see that this individual has very carefully put the eye on the upper third cross, which is absolutely fantastic, so well done to them. And as we go through, essentially we can assess what the situation is in terms of composition. I'm still fine with this crop. I think the crop is good on that shot. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and whittle down again. Okay, everybody who's left composition is absolutely fine. So for all of the ones that you can see on the screen now, we've got fine, highlights and shadows fine, composition fine, colour cast, there's no colour cast on the dog. So then it's a case kind of going through and assessing the processing of the colour and things like that. Now, a certain element of this does come into style, so I try as best I can to withhold personal judgment over the style of the image that's created. But when I'm looking at these, to be fair, there are a few clear images that stand out above and beyond the rest. So I'm going to look at things like the colour of the tongue, in the images where we can see the tongue, what is real colour of the tongue, what is real colour of the coat, what is the real colour of the eyes, and work through to see if there is any that I can sort of whittle down from that. And in terms of the toning in the background, we do have some cool tones, we've got some warm tones. I'm going to go with basically what looks generally realistic to a certain extent, whether that's a different time of year or what. So we will do that and be back in a sec again. So on a couple of them, I'm just going to pick them out. The black of the dog, she's black, obviously. The black is kind of lost, like it's kind of goes a bit grey, like it's more grey than it is black. So in those, we would probably remove those from the selection. It's just that there's been too much shadow lift in it. So I understand you wanted to lift the shadows, but it's slightly too far. So focus on the highlights and bring the highlights within the coat upwards, and then leave kind of a lot of the detail down. So that would be more realistic in colour and tone than that. So it's just slightly too far. This one is more realistic to the dog's coat. This one, you can tell that the person has changed the colours a bit. The tongue, that is not the real colour of the dog's tongue. It's and the eye also is a different colour, so I'm going to remove that one. This one, the tongue is far more realistic. This is much more realistic in terms of the colour there of the tongue, but the eye probably has gone slightly too far. It's hard to tell. So this one, I like what's been done. I don't know whose this is. It's very difficult. The toning of the background I think is really actually quite nice. Like they've just brought it all to the same level of green. The eyes are really popping off of that. This one I like. I think it's an interesting take on it. I like that they've kind of left the green in there. This is beautiful. Whoever did this, absolutely beautiful picture. I know obviously I took it, but it's a really nice edit of that. This one, the shadows have been lifted too much, so you get the grey feel. I like where they've gone with the colour on this one. It's slightly dark. I feel like this could be just a little bit brighter there. Slightly dark. About half a stop, maybe a bit more than that. Yeah, a bit dark. Do you know what? It's a bit dark. Come on, I need to be brutal here. Come on. This one, absolutely fine. Nothing really to say about this one. This one I love. I really like this. I don't know, could we have pushed it? Probably no further than that. No, leave it alone. This one here we have green. I don't know if you guys can see this, but the effect that's been added is also on the coat. I'm going to have to take that out. That's a masking thing. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful edit. I love this. I think it's gorgeous. I like this. This is lovely. I love the tone. I love the orange tones. So you've left in the orange and you've worked with them. I like that. It's a strong shot. This is nice. The green's nice. This kind of feels, if you're comparing the two, the orange in that is lovely. I'm going to have to steal that. I like what you've done. I like you changed the orange to green. I like it. It's fine. I think, are we back at the beginning? Oh, we've already been back to the beginning. Okay, right. So that leaves us with these. You don't make this easy for me. Let's be honest there. So we've got down to however many there were, well over 50. And we're now here. This just stands out to me. I think that's stunning. I love that. I think that's really nice. This I like. I like the orange. I like what you've done with the greens there. I like the differing tones, but then on the top, oh gosh, it's so right. I only need to pick one. I only need to pick one winner, and the winner for this month. Oh, you all did so well. The winner for this month is this one because I just love it. Let's open that one up a bit bigger. Okay, so this is the winner of this month's challenge. Congratulations to somebody. Whose one is this? Lorenzo. You know, you need to stop entering because you won something the other month, I think, or you definitely came runner-up. So congratulations to Lorenzo. I love this edit. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So congratulations to Lorenzo. Go and give him some love on Instagram, and Lorenzo, where are you from? Let me know where you're from, because I need to send you a £50 worth Amazon gift card in your country. So please do let me know where you live in the world and I will sort that out for you. Congratulations again. So in terms of what's next, what is the October challenge? It's a very busy time for me at the moment because there was a workshop last weekend, there's a workshop this weekend, and I am super tired. We've got a workshop that's just launched for November as well, so it's very busy here at the moment, so I want to keep it kind of a bit more simple this month. So for October, because it's autumn in the UK, for this month I want to use warmth as the theme. So warmth is the theme this month, and what I want you guys to do is photograph anything, ideally a dog, but it could be anything, and I want you to embody warmth. Still be aware of colour casts and things like that, so be aware of the temperature of your images, but I just want you to bring through the warmth. There are some photographers who are on Instagram who have done this very well recently. Obviously, I'm not really that warm, but sometimes I do warm things, sometimes. So I want you to focus on the warmth. I'm going to be looking at the normal things, good composition. So if you're struggling with your composition, go ahead and look at the composition video above. If you are struggling with clipped shadows and clipped highlights, you need to be aware of that. Colour casting, there is a video on the YouTube channel for colour casting as well. So all of the things that we're looking at will be included in that. I want to see beautiful pictures. I don't want things to be cropped too tight, but I also don't want them to be too far away. I want to have the bokeh in if we can, so at least make sure that the background is clean and clear. And I will just want to see the pictures of the warmth. So the winner this month, the prize, it's not going to be as amazing as the last month because it's been busy. It's been super busy. So the winner of that will just get a massive well done from me, be featured in a YouTube video on my blog and on social media. You've got to be in it to win it. So if you guys want to take part, I would love to see your work. The hashtag for this month is going to be the same as it was last month. So that is hashtag TGS photo challenge, and I want to see your pictures. Make sure you tag me in the picture and add the hashtag to the post itself. And then also for extra bonus points, share it on your stories and tag, and let me know why you think your photo is the definition of warmth. That's it, guys. If you haven't already, please do press the subscribe button and click the bell icon. The bell icon will help you out because it gives you a notification every single time I upload a video. I upload every week and sometimes on that if I feel like it. That gets longer every time, I swear. So yeah, if you haven't already, please do press the subscribe button. Come find us on Instagram, and I will see you all again very, very, very soon.